Okay, here we're going to start watching the video, the shot of my recording in my Denon DRS 810 cassette deck. And the first thing we're going to look at is these two big green bars here are going to be wideband pink noise, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. And you will notice inside this that this deck does a pretty good job of recording the full wide spectrum all the way out to 20 kilohertz, and then it tails off to the far right. So this is doing a pretty good job, and we're pretty much recording at a very high level, almost up to full scale here. So this is much better performance than I've expected. I've never taken a look at this old deck that I have, this DRS 810 deck from Denon. It's a 3-head deck. But it does a pretty good job of recording this pink noise, much better than I had ever thought it would. And so now I've recorded down at -10. I've not let any peaks get higher than -10 dB, which is lower than the previous one, and you can still see that it's relatively flat, which is really pretty good performance. I'm pretty impressed so far with what I'm seeing here. And you can see out to the far right the noise level of the tape itself, which is pretty high, but that's normally what you're going to see when you're dealing with mylar tape. You're going to see a noise floor of about -60 to -55 dB, which is pretty loud, but keep in mind the purpose of the cassette was portability, and it really was a great format for use in the car, because there's a lot of noise level in the car with road noise and tire noise and such. So it really was the perfect format, as long as you didn't store all of your cassettes in the hot sun when the car was locked up in the summertime. So again, even at this -20 level now, you're still seeing that we have pretty wide frequency range, and it's pretty flat all the way out to 20 kilohertz, which means that whatever you're recording is going to be captured pretty much full frequency spectrum. Now I'm going to close this one out, and we're going to go to the next file that I recorded, which is going to be a little bit more difficult, because this is going to be 19 kilohertz and 20 kilohertz mixed tones. And I made a mistake here and went back and did the old one again, but you'll have to forgive me, I'm old. So I'll correct my mistake. Take me a minute to go back and figure out what I've done wrong, but I'll get there eventually. But you can see in this graph the 3 different levels. The taller the green highlighted areas, that's the louder the music is. And you can see on the left, I've gone from full spectrum pretty much down to about -3 dB, down to -20, and down to 10. So now we're going to go back and open up the second file. And here's the one that's 18 and 19 kilohertz mixed tones. And there's some talking going on here. Now you can see that what you're only supposed to see is the 19 kilohertz and 20 kilohertz waveforms, but you see all kinds of distortion components all the way out to the left, which are really bad, but that's what you get with tape. Then I'm going to show it again. And now this is recorded now at minus 20 dB, and you can see that there's much less distortion components here, but you've still got some, that's a 20 hertz component there, but all this stuff to the left, you shouldn't be seeing at all. So that at least give you an idea of what you can expect from tone. All of this noise at the bottom is just the inherent noise of the tape itself. So here I'm going to go back and show you again. All these components out to where the cursor is, everything to the left of that should not be there. So you've got some distortion components that should be totally gone. So, well, that's a brief summary of what you can see. I went ahead and recorded some other stuff here, and it sounds pretty good, I will tell you that.